With its refreshing flavor and a soothing color to your eyes, this Eggless Rose Milk Cake is going to kindle all your childhood memories with every bite. After making so many milk cakes this season, be it Mango Malai Cake, Rasmalai Cake, or a chocolate milk cake, I am here to share how to make moist rose milk cake in just 3 simple steps. So we will start by sifting the dry ingredients, for which we would need 1 1/4 cups of flour, that is Maida or our all-purpose flour. So add that to the sieve along with 2 tablespoons of cornflour, followed by a teaspoon of baking powder, baking soda and some salt. Just sift everything together, give it a quick mix and put this to a side. If you are watching one of our videos for the very first time, then please do consider subscribing, as I post new videos on baking and desserts every single week. And now it is time to mix the wet ingredients. So onto a separate bowl, start by adding the yogurt followed by sugar and whisk until homogeneous, say about a minute or so. No need to whisk it longer. And then whisking continuously, add the oil until it is emulsified, and that's the reason to whisk it while adding, or else the oil would not be mixed in properly. Finally, as we are making rose cake, we would add half a teaspoon of rose essence. Now next, this is optional, but to give it a pinkish hue, I would add in a little, say around 2 drops of pink food coloring, and mix that through. Now let us bring the cake batter together. So for that, add in a third of the sifted dry ingredients, and when you still see some bits of flour remaining, we would add in half of the measured out milk. Mix that through and repeat the steps until you get a lump-free batter. The reason for adding in a little at a time is to avoid overmixing of the batter. This and few other tips I have mentioned in my ebook, which you can download for free from my site spicesandflavors.com. A direct link to the same is given in the description box below for you guys. So finally, we would transfer the cake batter onto a cake pan. I am using a small casserole here which measures 6.5 inches. I have buttered the pan, lined it with the parchment paper and dusted the sides with flour so that our cake doesn't stick and we are able to easily unmold it. You can use any cake pan that you have. So level the top off and bake it in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius for 35 to 40 minutes, or until a skewer inserted in the center comes off clean. Let it sit in the pan itself for another 3 minutes and then invert the cake onto a wire rack to cool completely. The next step is to prepare the rose milk to go on top. For that, in a cup we would mix in some cream, regular milk, condensed milk, rose essence and some food coloring until combined. Since we are making a rose flavor here, you can also use roux afza or any rose syrup to flavor in place of rose essence. You can skip the food coloring in that case. But if you are using sweetened syrup, then adjust the condensed milk accordingly. Mix it well and let it sit in the fridge to chill while the cake is cooling too. So once the cake is cooled, put it back into the same cake pan or any bowl, poke holes on top and add the prepared and chilled rose milk, reserving around half a cup of rose milk to use while serving the cake. Let this sit in the fridge for 15 minutes before we proceed on to the final step. The final step is to prepare the whipped cream to go on top. For that, in a bowl, take in the chilled whipping cream, icing sugar, and now I'm using coconut essence just to give it a contrast in flavors. You can go with rose essence or even vanilla essence or even pistachio essence here. Just play around with it, it's up to you. Okay, and by the way, if you're using sweetened whipping cream, then skip the icing sugar. Whisk until its stiff peaks forms. I have a detailed tutorial on how to whip your cream with and without stabilizers. You can check it out from the I link here or in the description box below too. Okay, then either pipe any designs to go on top. So I started with making a pattern, but my son got way too cranky, so had to ditch it in between, and I just simply dumped the cream on top, spread it out evenly and gave a swirling motion effect and called it a day. So okay, so you do whatever you like. You can either make any piping on top or simply do like what I have done here, but then make sure to let it sit in the fridge for 15 to 30 minutes. That gives the cream a chance to set. So finally, while serving, I'll garnish it with some pistachios and rose petals. Using a knife, divide the cake into 9 slices as seen in the video. The key point to note is that rose is one flavor that would overpower everything else if added in excess. So start by adding little and then adjust accordingly, as the concentration and power of essence would vary from brand to brand. In place of essence, you can also use rose water if you like. Then simply lift it up using a cake server or even a palette knife would work here. Add in the reserved rose milk and enjoy a slice of your chilled rose milk cake. Isn't the colors a delight to watch here? Everyone loved this rose milk cake at my place. It is so good and so nostalgic as well, and the flavor is so refreshing. This cake is so moist as it has soaked up all the milk that we have added and is a delight to eat along with the contrasting coconut flavored whipping cream. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then give me a big fat thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have grown up enjoying rose milk in your childhood, especially during summer holidays. And I'll see you soon in my next one. Until then, this is Sushma signing off. Take care. Bye bye.